Greetings, my children. It's TheMentok, YouTube's prophet, YouTube's savior.
And some of you are really blessed.
And today I'm coming with a more incognito video because I definitely want to discuss today's Nintendo Direct. Pokemon Sword and Shield. And we got a few new details out there that I think are worth talking about. Some stuff I like, some stuff I didn't like. So let's get right to it. So first of all, we got the names of some brand new Pokemon. As you probably saw in my post, I definitely can't fight with this thing. It is just too damn cute. They've definitely improved the designs of the Pokemon for this gen. I mean, I hate to piss off any Sun and Moon fans, but it definitely did not live up to my expectations. So I really hope that this one, encapsulates Pokemon in a grandiose way. So there's a few new things. We have Dynomax Battles.
That's a big Pokemon.
So size does matter.
I'm not too keen on that. I think this is a pretty weird replacement to Mega Evolution. So it looks like they're gonna just put giant Pokemon in battle. I assume every Pokemon can Dynamax. And it just looks like a mechanic to one-up the opponent. So I think they're just adding a little bit of spice to change up the battle, change up the flow of the battle. And Dynamax, I mean, it could be a decent way to do it, but I have to really try it out to see. But I don't think any hardcore Pokemon fans are going to be using that in their battling, with other players. But for the mechanics of the game, I guess it'll work. We saw some pretty crazy attacks with the Dynamax mechanic. And also what I really liked was the raid battles with other trainers online. So I'm hoping Nintendo just doesn't fuck up with the whole online thing like they usually do, and they are releasing all details regarding that. So they said that it's both local and online play. But I just know Nintendo limits everything online, so it's gonna be just some, oh well, you can't play with your friends online. Did they say that? Let me double check that.
You can also connect with other players over the internet to enjoy playing with other trainers from all around the globe.
Aside from that, I just don't see the complexity of the Dynamax. As far as the design of the region, we did see them announce the Wild Zones, which looks more like I don't want to say open world, that's the most overused term of the last 5 years. But it's more of an expanse that you can traverse, and I do like how different Pokemon appear at different times and in different weather. That's definitely a very cool mechanic, and I think that's going to be groundbreaking for Pokemon moving forward. And it's really cool. It's different from Let's Go because you actually have a Gyarados in a lake swimming around. You have Pokemon where you would assume they would be instead of just popping up in grass and the models there. So they expanded on the whole mechanic from Let's Go, and I think that's cool, but they didn't specify whether there's wild encounter battles, or is it gonna be like Pokemon Go where you're throwing the ball? Maybe it's a hybrid of the two. I've heard some rumors about that being the case, but I'm kind of shocked that they never said anything about that in this case. In fact, we didn't see much on battling at all. It just showed Dynamax versus Dynamax, or small Pokemon versus Dynamax, but no real battling mechanics. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen there. Now, another really badass Pokemon is Korbinite. I do love that design. Very, very interesting Pokemon. I don't think they went into its type. It's definitely a flying for sure, but I'm not sure if it shares it with another type. But that's definitely a Pokemon that I want to use. Very cool design, just very clean and very knightly. And Gossifleur, when they said that they were going to announce the evolution, I definitely expected some Rule 34 bait, and it didn't happen. So I think Game Freak knows what they're doing at this point. They saw what happened to Gardevoir. They're avoiding that entirely. But I guess they didn't avoid too much because they have Sonia now, who is definitely going to be all over Twitter, or already is. I haven't checked yet. But that's definitely going to trend, is the assistant to the professor, Sonia. If it's not trending already, it's gonna be trending by later tonight. Hashtag Sonia. And we also got introduced to the champion Leon. Very cool looking design, but nothing too much to write home about in my opinion. But it looks like he was gonna be more involved throughout the story, as well as his younger brother Hop, who is supposed to be the rival. Doesn't look very badass to me. I'm one of those purists who believe that we should have a rival like Blue and Silver at all times. Those who just really rub it in your face that they're better than you. so you can just take pleasure in just stomping on all their hopes and dreams before heading into the Pokemon League. That is what I look for in a rival. Not these friends, not these good guys. Aside from that, the region looks very beautiful. I do love the designs of the gym. It looks very World Cup-esque. And that's what I've been wanting out of a gym, a lot of hype. Because that's what I feel the show programmed into our brains is everyone's just there watching this Pokemon battle. And in a lot of generations, we've just had just empty gyms with just the gym leader and their disciples. So I do like how they're adding like a bit of a World Cup mechanic to it. This is, you know, it's a big deal. They hinted at the crowd cheering to be a mechanic, but I don't know if that's going to be something that flourishes in the future. But they essentially are promoting Dynomax Battles in the gym. I'm just hoping it's just not a mechanic that is more annoying than useful. And finally, we got more information on the 2 legendary Pokemon for the game. Oof, forgive me. One of them had a long ass name. Zacian and Zamazenta. So these are 2 Pokemon that are going to be the legendary ones. They're basically very similar dogs, with one holding a sword in its mouth and the other with a shield. I'm not sure if they're going to transform at all, but they look very similar. So I was a little disappointed with what I saw. I do, you know, like the sword in mouth, very much like Okami. I mean, but we'll see where it goes because they said that they have a lot more to show with those 2. Aside from that, what I hope is that we can customize our trainer a little bit more. We've seen it in a couple of games before. I'm hoping that the region has a little bit more to it, and a couple more surprises like other legendaries, which they've always done. I'm excited for this game. I'm hyped because I think there's going to be a few groundbreaking mechanics, especially the wild areas. Pokemon are just roaming around, so it just, you know, you don't have to go to a route one time, you know, you never see it again. I think it just adds some variety to the game that wasn't really there before. Also, before I go, I'm hoping that theme at the beginning is not like the main theme of the game. I expect that to be the intro to like the anime or something.
It's a whole new world we live in.
Anyway guys, aside from that, there's not much more to say about this. It was a pretty quick direct, but I just wanted to put my thoughts out there because I am a pretty hardcore Pokemon fan underneath it all. Shout out to my Johto squad out there, to all those that love 2nd gen the best, because it is the best. Anyway, I'm out of here guys. I'm working hard on another video. I don't know if I'll be able to put it out this week, but it is a Sonic video. So stay tuned for that, and we have a lot more content coming out. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter at TheMentok and on Instagram at TheProphetAwakens. And once again, my children, the Prophet has spoken.